Now at 10, Joplin begins laying down the groundwork for a fiber optic network. Plus, the Missouri utility company says it has some good news for their customers. And Joplin welcomes a brand new movie theater in a familiar building.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A groundbreaking today in Joplin celebrates what officials hope will be a step toward more connected city. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. City leaders joined with Allo Fiber to mark the beginning of a multi-million-dollar project that'll bring 100% fiber optic options for internet, TV, and phone plans to Joplin. KOAM Samantha Walker explains how project leaders believe this will help Joplin grow.
Ground has officially broken for a new fiber optic system in Joplin that hopes to better connect the community. The company Allo Fiber offers 100% fiber internet, TV, and phone services in dozens of cities across Arizona, Colorado, and Nebraska. Joplin will be the company's first in Missouri.
Quite often, communities that we go into are behind the average on internet speeds, other things with technology.
Allo is investing $40 million into the project, while the city of Joplin is putting forward $5 million. Joplin city leaders say the fiber system will help meet the demands of the community.
Being able to bring this connectivity and this fiber optic cable to everybody is going to be a game changer. Our life is not going to be the same anymore. We're going to be able to get online. There's not going to be any buffering. We're going to be able to get the information we need.
Allo Fiber started work in Joplin earlier this month. Workers are focusing on what will be the company's central offices in Joplin, where the fiber optics will spider web out of. There will be 2 of those offices in the city, as city leaders wanted to ensure that if anything happened to one center, another would still likely be able to operate. Work on this project is expected to take 2 to 3 years, and construction will be seen all across the city. Project leaders have divided Joplin into a grid, with each square consisting of 1,000 rooftops of homes, businesses, and government buildings. Residents and business owners will be alerted to future work in their neighborhoods by a mailed postcard. The Allo Fiber CEO and Joplin city leaders say while the next few years will see some big changes, they believe the work will be worth it in the end.
It is disruptive, but we'll be bringing up customers 6 to 8 months from now. This is a utility. This will last for 30 to 50 years.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Allo Fiber offers an interactive map where you can see where work is being done all across Joplin. You can find a link to that resource on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney now for our first look at the weather.
Well, our nice couple of days do come to an end tonight. Temperatures are slowly dropping down through the 50s. We also have winds gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Now, mostly the clouds out there are upper level clouds, meaning mostly ice crystals, though we do have some lower level clouds making their way into the area off in the western counties just ahead of the rain chances. Now, winds gusting 24 miles per hour in Mount Vernon, 20 miles per hour in Pittsburgh and Joplin. They will die down along that frontal boundary, but pick right back up behind all of the rain chances. So even though rain moves out of here by midday tomorrow, we're still going to be dealing with drizzle and windy conditions. So rain starts off as early as 4 a.m. in the far western counties. You can see that spike where it's heading into our central counties right along the Missouri-Kansas border, and then slowly tapers off, and we see mostly just a drizzle after that, but I'll have those details coming up.
All right, we'll catch you soon. Here's something you don't see very often, some good news regarding your gas bill. After approval from the Missouri Public Service Commission, Spire gas customers will see a significant bill decrease starting Friday. The decrease is due to a new adjustment approved by the Commission that reflects lower gas prices and the recovery of deferred costs from 2021's winter storm. Assuming normal usage, the average monthly bill will drop by $18.70 for the typical Spire residential customer in western Missouri. For eastern Missouri, the average monthly bill will decrease by $15.86. The nation's grappling with a growing shortage of pharmacists and pharmacy technicians, and Missouri is particularly affected, ranking among the lowest in pharmacist to population ratios. Some experts warn that if this issue isn't addressed soon, it could evolve into a serious public health crisis.
In 2024, when they graduate in May, we'll already be down to 9,500. So we need 13,500. We'll be down to 9,500. In a few years, based on enrollment in the pharmacy programs, we're anticipating that it'll be around 6,000. So
some experts say the problem was due not only to low student enrollment in pharmacy programs, but also the fact that many pharmacists are retiring. Royale's Cinema Lounge in Joplin is soon going to be open to the community. The theater will take over the old Bookhouse Cinema location and provide the community with both an indoor and outdoor theater. They'll also have a lounge space where people can choose from a selection of movies to watch on the VCR. They plan to continue showing independent movies and classic films.
We're hoping to play movies people have missed, whether it's independent films from a few months ago or a movie from the 70s that you maybe never heard of, or like a movie that you feel like you should watch that's not in theaters, like A Space Odyssey or The Shining.
Space will also be available for people to rent. They plan to open the theater before the end of the year. Fort Scott announces a new home for its branch of the Department of Children and Families. They say the new building is a modern workspace designed with DCF employees and clients in mind. It's intended to provide convenient access to residents of Fort Scott and the surrounding area. Next Tuesday, the community is invited out to celebrate the service center opening with a ribbon cutting ceremony. The new building is at 10 South National Avenue. Pittsburgh mayor gives high marks for the state of the city and its future. That's coming up. Plus,
the president-elect is moving quickly to put together his new administration. I'm Cristian Benavides in West Palm Beach, Florida, where his team is working on who will fill what roles.
President-elect Donald Trump returns to the White House tomorrow to meet with President Biden. In the weeks since Trump won the presidency, he's moved quickly to assemble his administration. Cristian Benavides reports from near the president-elect's home in South Florida.
So let's do that. Let's bring in Donald Trump, GOP presidential nominee.
Fox News anchor Pete Hegseth, who interviewed President-elect Trump this Saturday before Election Day, has been nominated to be U.S. Secretary of Defense. Hegseth is an Army National Guard veteran who did tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Trump also announced SpaceX and Tesla founder Elon Musk and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy will lead a proposed new Department of Government Efficiency. Musk shared the idea last month with Trump supporters at the president-elect's rally in New York City.
Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
Trump also chose the people he hopes will help keep his campaign promise to quickly end the war in Gaza. Tuesday, he tapped former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee to be his ambassador to Israel and real estate developer Steve Witkoff to be a special envoy to the Middle East. It's likely they'll work with Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who Trump is expected to nominate as Secretary of State.
Make no mistake, an invasion of our country is happening, and our border is a war zone.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem will lead the Department of Homeland Security. She will be at the forefront of the plan to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, along with the architect of the plan, Stephen Miller, and border czar Tom Homan. Homan was behind the controversial family separation policy during Trump's first term and was asked what Americans can expect with Trump's promised mass deportation.
It's going to be humane. No one's going to be mistreated.
And the president-elect picked John Ratcliffe to lead the CIA. Ratcliffe is a former Texas congressman who served under Trump as Director of National Intelligence. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
The mayor of Pittsburgh says the city is strong and growing in the annual State of the City address. Mayor Stu Hyde gave Pittsburgh residents insights into the city's progress during today's address at Memorial Auditorium. The mayor cited a number of new developments in the city. Those include the launch of the city trash collection program, expansion of Pitt Plastic, completion of the downtown redevelopment plan, the start of a new housing needs plan, and a new wastewater treatment plant. The mayor went on to tout the positive future for the city.
I do think it's important not to lose sight of all the good things that are happening, and that's what this was. This is certainly not saying that we're perfect, but yeah, we want to definitely highlight the major accomplishments, the investments, the commitment by personal and corporate businesses that want to come in and invest in your city.
The mayor also highlighted new healthcare facilities, including recent developments with Mercy Pittsburgh. Future Joplin leaders joined forces today to do some park beautification and have some fun. The Leadership Joplin class of 2024 pitched in at Cunningham Park for the installation of some outdoor games. Each year, the Leadership Joplin class is responsible for planning and implementing a class service project, and this year's project features the permanent installation of games such as cornhole, ping pong, horseshoes, and chess, outdoors. Class members coordinated the donation of materials from area businesses and organized the installation of the games at Cunningham Park. A little later, the Creative Learning Alliance gets a big financial boost from a Joplin utility.
And we have some rain chances into the morning. We're going to talk about that right after the break.
Systems Homes in Chanute, a popular home builder in our region. Learn more at advancedsystemshomes.com.
Well, I hope everyone has had a nice couple of days. It was really nice outside, and that comes to an end tonight, unfortunately. Taking a look outside downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. You can't tell, but we are dealing with overcast conditions out there, but you can see the flags, and those are blowing because of the gusting winds we've got, gusting up to 20 to 22 miles per hour. Now, we're still seeing just the upper level clouds, a part of that ridge, though that ridge is coming to an end, and we're going to see, you can see where those storms have already started to fire off in the west of Kansas. Now it's going to continue to move into our area. No severe threat, but we are going to get those showers and thunderstorms as we head into the morning hours, though tonight, overnight low dropping down to just about 50 degrees. Those overcast skies kind of trap the heat in, so we're staying a little bit warmer than we have been the last couple of days. Cloudy skies and gusty winds continue, gusting up to 25 miles per hour through the evening. And just ahead of the front, you can see still for most of us about 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. Now, as we head into the rest of the day, we are going to see winds picking up a little bit more after the front passes, gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. Now, along that boundary, they do die down, so that's a little something to work with. But rain chances all morning. Then we go into a drizzle in the afternoon, and then those winds pick back up. So tomorrow is going to be a gross, dreary, rainy day. We've got rain in the morning. Temperature starting off in the low 50s, getting to the upper 50s by just about noon. And then we're starting to see those fewer showers, the sprinkles, the dreary with the overcast. So let's look at the future track. As the upper level clouds shift out, we've got those lower level clouds pushing in underneath, and then the showers start to make their way into our far western counties. This is about 3 a.m., so starting pretty early for us. The showers push into nearly covering all of our counties in Kansas and Oklahoma by about 6:37 a.m., so just when you're starting your day. And then by the time you're heading into work, heading into school, we've got that main line of showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two pushing into our boundary right along the Kansas and Missouri border. Now, not a severe threat. They do look like we could get some heavier rain showers through there, but not a severe threat, just maybe a little thunder, maybe a little lightning. Does quickly push off to the east by about 10 a.m. and nearly out of the Joplin area, but will continue to move off by noon. The heavier amounts of rain have passed us, but we're still looking at that drizzle and that dreariness right behind it. Though we have a break in the clouds by early afternoon for the Kansas and Oklahoma side, though a few more clouds start to push right back in, unfortunately, right after that. Winds are out of the north following the front, and then we have a little bit of rain accumulation associated with this as well. About 1/10 of an inch all the way to 1/2 an inch of rain. Not a lot. We definitely need more than that, and we have more in the forecast. Sunday and Monday, we've got our first round, our first low pressure system moving in, bringing in another round of showers and thunderstorms. And then we've got another low pressure system moving in right after that. It's a very messy upper level flow next week. So let's enjoy this week after the showers clear out. Temperatures in the 60s, sunny skies.
Yeah, enjoy that before that very messy upper level flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, Joplin Utility makes a great big donation to a local nonprofit today. Missouri American Water presented that giant check for $25,000 to the Creative Learning Alliance to fund an interactive exhibit. The check comes as part of the American Water Charitable Foundation Workforce Readiness/STEM grant. The Alliance says the grant goes a long way toward bringing something to the community.
We really want to do is bring an amenity to the community, bring an attraction, but also we want to start early all the way up through graduation and beyond with a love of science and fill some of those jobs that are out there right now.
The Bubble Monster exhibit is a hands-on creative experience using water and principles of physics. Newton County kicked off its annual food basket program today. The mission of the Newton County Food Basket is to help families during the Christmas season. A Christmas dinner and nearly 2 weeks of staples are distributed to families who need a little help to get through the holidays. This year marks the 37th annual Food Basket event for Newton County. Still ahead, a look at the Division II football regional rankings, and Missouri Southern women's basketball plays its home opener. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
Friday mattress sale is going.
Stream Power Sports with your food donations and help us make a difference this year.
Missouri Southern women's basketball plays its first home game of the season tonight. Now the Lions earned their first win of the year last time out. That was Saturday. Missouri Southern women's basketball plays its home opener this evening in Joplin against Missouri S&T. This is the first game of the year for the Miners. And the first points of the night belong to the Lions, courtesy of a Caitlin Honeycutt three-pointer. Southern opens up the game on a 9-0 run, but the Miners hang around. Later in the first, this backdoor cut and floater from Chorus Davis cuts the lead down to 4. Lions go into half, up 10. Third quarter now, leads trimmed to 7. Mackenzie Hart finds Mia Topping in the corner. That's good. Lead back up to double digits. The Lions start to catch fire from beyond the arc. Early fourth quarter, Hart drains a triple. She finishes with a game-high 18 points. Southern continues to pull away as Hart finds Honeycutt. She drains another one. Then, next possession, just for good measure, how about another three ball? This time from Kennedy Roach, the Coffeyville transfer. Lions get a win in their first home game of the season. Final score, 76-65. Well, Pittsburgh State football has just one game left to prove to the NCAA Division II Selection Committee that it's worthy of a playoff spot. Gorillas are in a good spot in this week's regional rankings, though. After not playing on Saturday, they hold steady as the number 3 team in the region. In fact, no changes at all from last week in regards to the top 6 teams in Super Region 3. But we do see some movement down in spots 7 through 10. MIAA teams, Fort Hays State and Central Missouri, both of them have an outside shot to sneak into the playoffs, even with 3 losses, if things break their way. Of course, after the bye week, Pitt State's last time out is still that 24-point home loss to Central Missouri. Gorillas would love to get that taste out of their mouth. They end the regular season this Saturday up in Maryville as they pay a visit to 6-4 Northwest Missouri. A win in that game likely clinches a playoff berth for the Gorillas, while a loss would more likely than not end those hopes altogether. And then, in the most recent edition of the AFCA Division II Coaches Poll, not a ton of changes here either. The Gorillas remain the number 13 team in the country after their second bye week of the year. Central Oklahoma, you see, up at number 8. Along with Pitt State, those are the only 2 MIAA teams that are ranked this week. Central Missouri and Fort Hays State, you heard me just mention them, and Emporia State also. They're all receiving votes, but not inside the top 25. Then tonight, at the Division I FBS level, we get our second edition of the College Football Playoff Committee rankings. Not a ton of movement near the top. Oregon remains the number 1 team in the nation. Kansas State moves up to 16. Mizzou jumps up 1 spot to 23. Kind of the same story as last week. Both the Wildcats and the Tigers, they've got slim chances of making the 12-team playoff at the end of the regular season, but more likely than not, they've got to win out to make it. I was talking about Pittsburgh State a little while ago. It's almost like the playoffs are already starting for them because you have a must-win game this Saturday.
That's exactly right. They've played well this year. Got to get that one more win to make sure they're in the postseason.
You do. It's not going to be easy, though, going up against Northwest.
Yeah, they've had a history with that team for sure. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the garage upgrade at Roper Honda. During Happy Honda Days, upgrade your garage today.
OnStar and Presidential Unit Citation. we're proud to salute Willie Jones, a four-state hero.
The season of giving will get underway soon here at KOAM. We're preparing to kick off our annual Toy Box Toy Drive. For 36 years now, KOAM and our community partners have collected new donated toys for children in need all across the area. Sign-ups are open now, and we'd like to hear from you if you know a family who could benefit from this toy drive. To scan this QR code for more information, you'll also find drop-off locations or how to donate and help brighten the holidays for some area children. Some people might say their favorite part of the Christmas season is the decorations, and tonight Crowder College held its 22nd annual Festival of Wreaths. The event in the Elsie Plaster Community Center featured both an electronic silent auction and a live auction. Organizers say holiday wreaths and decor are a mainstay of Festival of Wreaths, but other auction merchandise included everything from gift baskets and apparel to trips, electronics, and household items.
Tonight we're just hoping to raise as much money for our student scholarships as we can. This is our 22nd annual Festival of Wreaths here, and it's just a great night for people to come out, support a good cause, and kick off the holiday season.
Last year's event raised more than $95,000 for scholarships and program support. Always a success and beautiful, beautiful decor. The weather not so beautiful tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, unfortunately. We start the day off pretty rainy. By about noon it clears up, but we're dealing with a little bit of a drizzle, dreariness. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday looking much better though, bouncing around in the 60s and then sunny skies.
Look forward to that. Final sports notes.
It's going to be a busy day for the sports team tomorrow. It's signing day for a lot of high school athletes, so we're going to see a bunch of different local athletes all across high schools in the 4 states getting ready to play at the collegiate level.
Exciting day for the sports team and for a lot of young athletes and their families and fans, for sure. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.